Something happened this week that should make you a little uncomfortable. Not because it's the end of the world, but because it's the end of a phase. For the last couple of years, AI has mostly lived in the word zone. Summaries, emails, ideas, chatbots. This week, the headlines started pointing to something else. AI is moving out of the conversation and into parts of life where mistakes have consequences. Health, movement, buying decisions, real-world actions. And when a system crosses that line, the rules change fast. If you've been feeling like the ground is shifting under your feet, jobs, markets, what skills matter, you're not imagining it. It's not chaos. It's the system changing. Let me show you what I mean. No hype, just the evidence. First, OpenAI launched ChatGPT Health, a dedicated health experience inside ChatGPT. The point is simple. You can connect medical records and wellness apps so the model can help you understand lab results, prep for doctor visits, and make sense of health info. That's not a meme feature. That's AI stepping into a high-stakes domain where trust, privacy, and accuracy actually matter. Second, what Jensen Huang calls the chat moment for self-driving for physical AI. Translation: models aren't just generating text, they're starting to reason about the real world and act inside it, like autonomous vehicles handling rare edge cases and explaining decisions. Third, NVIDIA also released more open models, datasets, and tools across AI, robotics, autonomous driving, basically pouring gasoline on the speed of development. More capability, more accessibility, and more people able to build agents that do things, not just say things. And then there's the quieter one that matters a lot. Amazon is pushing hard on AI shopping agents, systems that don't just recommend products, they complete the loop. They help decide what you buy and how you buy it. So if you connect these, AI is being wired into your body, your movement in the world, and your wallet. So that's the evidence. No conclusions yet, just let that sit for a second. Because when the same technology starts showing up in health, autonomous systems, and commerce at the same time, it's usually not random, it's a signal. Here's the diagnosis. We're watching AI shift from a tool to an operating layer. Not a better search bar, an operating layer where AI sits between you and the world and starts mediating decisions. And when that happens, the power moves to whoever controls three things. Number one, data pipelines. Who has access to the real data? Medical records, driving environments, product catalogs, behavior patterns. Two, trust. Who can prove the system is safe, private, compliant, auditable, especially in a regulated or high-risk space? Three, distribution. Who is already inside the workflow? The hospital system, the car platform, the shopping platform, the enterprise stack? This is why everything feels unstable right now. Because in the old model, your leverage came from knowing information, doing tasks, being a reliable human in a stable process. In the new model, leverage comes from owning a workflow, owning a dataset, or owning a trust guarantee. That's the system level change we're experiencing right now. And now we get to the brutal truth. A lot of the roles we built our identities around were never jobs. They were middle layers. People who translate information from one place to another. People who do routine decision making. People who make the same judgment call 50 times a week because the system is too slow or too expensive to automate. The world is thinning out a bit. Not because you're not smart, not because you're not hardworking, but because the environment no longer rewards the same behavior. If you're in a role where your value is primarily summarizing, coordinating, routing, generating drafts, filling in forms, doing first-pass analyses, or making low-stakes recommendations, that's exactly where talking AI turns into doing AI. And the scary part isn't that jobs disappear overnight, it's that the ladder breaks. Entry-level pathways dry up, junior work becomes automated, and people get stuck competing for fewer human-only seats. That is real, and if anyone tells you it's not, they're selling you comfort. But here's the turn. This is the part most people miss. Every system change creates new leverage. When a new operating layer shows up, you get new winners, and not just the obvious ones that are building the models. The second-order winners. The people who build the verification layer, the integration layer, the compliance layer, the workflow layer, the last mile layer. Because once AI touches health, movement, and money, the question stops being can it generate and becomes can we trust it? That is the opportunity. We're entering a world where trust becomes a product. People who can make AI safer, more reliable, more accountable, they become the ones with leverage. And not just engineers. Operators, analysts, domain experts, product people, founders, consultants. If you understand a messy domain, healthcare admin, insurance workflows, logistics, sales ops, legal intake, compliance, and you can translate that domain into an AI-enabled workflow that is verifiable and safe, you're not replaceable. You become the person who rebuilds the ladder. Imagine you're 6 months early to this shift, not because you predicted the future, but because you position yourself where the wave is going. You can do more with a smaller team. You can ship faster. You can negotiate better because you're not just labor, you're leverage. You become the person who walks into a room and says, here's what the AI can do, here's what it can't do, here's how we deploy it safely, and here's how we measure if it's actually working. That person always has work in every economy. So what do you do specifically without gambling your life on a prediction? Here's the high agency path, okay? 3 moves. 1, pick a high stakes domain: health, finance, security, compliance, supply chain, education, government workflows, anything where errors cost real money or real harm. That's where trust matters, and trust creates defensible value. 2, become a verification first builder. Don't just learn prompts, learn evaluation, testing, monitoring, data hygiene, privacy basics, audit trails. Be the person who can say, here's why this answer is reliable and here's how we catch it when it's not. Number 3, own a workflow. Now find one repeatable process in your world and make it faster, safer, and measurable with AI. Choose a domain and an outcome you want. Build the verification and the workflow advantage. Take small weekly steps that compound. No promises, no guarantees, but a real strategy. And here's how I want to end this. This is a scary time because we're watching AI cross from words into consequences. Some ladders are breaking, some comfortable jobs won't come back the way they were. But that doesn't mean you're doomed. It means the game is changing and you still get to choose how you play it. If you build trust, you learn to verify. If you attach yourself to real workflows, you don't have to outrun the future. You can work with it, calmly, deliberately, because the people who win in the next decade won't be the ones who panic first. They'll be the ones who understand what's happening and move with quiet confidence.